Hey Roy, have you tried to fix Colin yet? I think he needs to teach the kids after a lesson or two about, like, digital stuff.
I don't know. He's pretty much fried and was buggy at best before this. He's a great teacher, but it may not be worth my time to fix his program. The other teachers don't get along with him, he forgets his lyrics, and it's a mess sometimes. Perhaps it's time to just pull the plug and pour my energy into making a new one.
Hey Tony! I have a super good idea! Since the boss won't fix Colin from where they are, why don't I try to fix him from the inside? His digital world!
Sketch, that's a terrible idea!
Here I go!
Sketch, no!
Sketchbook, yes!
Create.
This was a good plan. Ugh. Once I fix him, I'll need to help Colin tidy up this place.
Sweet Salon Sketchbook, what are you doing here?
Colin!
Don't touch me! I don't want you to start glitching out too. It's surprisingly painful. What are you even doing here?
I'm here to help you.
You can't. This digital world is a program I made, not a manifestation of my inner workings. You're in a corrupted file. There's nothing here that could possibly aid in repairing me.
Show of hands, how many of you consider yourself aromantic? Penny, you can't be aromantic. You were in love with Tony.
I told you, I'm eco-aromantic.
And I told you I don't know what that means.
Swiggled, are you seriously doing this bit when one of our friends is dying?
2 friends, actually. And since Penny's the only one I can stand to be around for more than 2 minutes, I'll be taking her to help me with that. Okay, goodbye.
Anthony, do you mind telling me what we're doing in the Yankee void of checker tile?
You want the short version or the long version?
Short version?
Both Colin and Sketchbook are going to mucking die!
Little less short than that?
Okay, so you know how Colin broke and the boss was going to fix him? And I didn't really care because, hey, everyone did at the time. But then Sketchbook thought she could fix him by going into his digital world. And if we don't save Colin, she's going to die too. And that would make me sad.
Huh?
My original plan was to sacrifice Trignal to the computer gods, but then I realized it would just be easier to go find the boss's computer.
How are Sketchbook and Colin holding up?
I wonder how long it takes for the boss to fix a teacher.
Colin!
They've fixed teachers in the past with very little problem.
Colin! The boss isn't going to fix you!
Huh? What?
Colin, don't run away! The boss can change their mind! It's their job to take care of us!
No, it's not. It's a privilege. Their job is to create us and send us to teach. We don't have any rights, Sketchbook. This is actually very similar to what happened with the last computer teacher.
Who was the last one?
I didn't know her personally, but I've read the last 20 years of reports. Her name was Kobe. She was a computer teacher doubling as a math teacher. A very outdated model by today's standards. Something in her broke like something broke in me. Most likely a hard drive malfunction. Those things do tend to not age well due to what I think is a planned obsolescence so that...
Say your conspiracies for the internet and tell me about Kobe.
Fine. I also heard that Kobe was too nice for the boss's taste, despite her best efforts. So they just let her die. And usually that wouldn't be a problem. We have to get rid of teachers that don't do their job right after all. But now I'm afraid I may have been one of those teachers. And now you and I get to die here because of all my failures.
I wonder where Tony and Penelope went off to.
Can you help me with this report on rogue teachers? You assigned me photographs and it gave me nothing to go on.
TaterzChan, I'm your teacher. Of course I'm not gonna help you.
How are we supposed to find a single machine in the big empty void of checker tile? It could be anywhere.
Like right there!
Yes, like right there, out in the open, where anyone can touch it. Okay, so what do we do to save Colin?
This is as far as I planned, actually. Start pressing buttons, I guess.
How do we know if it did anything?
Listen to which now music is artwork to which we can listen. Come on now, my students, and see what you're missing.
I cannot believe my flipping eyes.
Where's Kobe?
She's in the closet. Wait, I have so many questions. What are you doing here? Why are you here? Are you supposed to be dead?
Look, I know as much as you. I was dead and now I'm not. And in this world of stifling independent thought, I've learned not to ask questions. Hey, do these guys still work?
I have no idea what that is.
Never mind then. Now, where's
Hey, is this her?
Oh dear lord. Oh, Kobe.
So that's Kobe? Lamb taught us about her. You two were close?
Extremely.
I'm sorry you had to find her like this.
Don't be. I'm not sure how I suspected to find her, but why was I brought back and she wasn't?
Well, might have something to do with Tony and that Penelope lady going out to try to fix Colin. Maybe they accidentally fixed you instead.
Tony and Penny? They can't work that machine.
Well, it was just a guess.
You said they were trying to fix someone? If they did find the machine specifically for the purpose of reviving your friend, then I'm not supposed to even be here. This was an accident. I should be dead. But I'm not. And once Roy finds out, he's going to make me dead all over again.
That is unfortunate. But while you're not dead, could you answer a few questions for me?
Yeah, okay. Hi, Photograph! It's nice to finally meet you! We've heard so much about you. What is this?
That's a fun little thing we do. We answer people's questions on the internet.
Interesting. Either way, I'm very curious as to what you've all heard about me.
All I've heard is that you made a bird's head explode.
Of course you did!
Organize all the spoons!
All my friends are dead.
I have no idea what we're doing.
I can't even find Colin's file. I've looked everywhere but the Puppets World, and that place hasn't been touched in decades.
Thank goodness for that. Grady really knows how to grate on my nerves.
Huh?
Huh? Roy!
Who? Tony,
I'm sorry,
why is there
I'm
a
so sorry,
student
I'm
out
sorry.
here?
Oh my god, I'm so... Huh? Oh, Roy's not a student. He's a dear friend.
No, he's a student. Or at least he used to be. I recognize that nose.
Huh? The machine? Well, we were trying to repair Colin, but maybe we should repair Penny first.
Thank you. Thank you, but why would a student know how to work the control panel? Am I expected to believe that you're our boss or something?
No, of course Roy's not our... Wait, you're our boss? So, Roy, since you're my boss, but also my very best friend, and since you fixed Penny with barely any effort, you think you could do that for Colin? You have to! Sketchbook's stuck in his digital world. If he dies, she could too. Look, I understand that Colin's outdated, and as a teacher, he's subpar at best. And if you ask me, we're far overdue for a new computer teacher. But not at the cost of losing Sketchbook. She could prove to be a very valuable teacher. It's not her time yet. Please.
It's a vicious cycle, you know. We're made to teach, we're replaced without regret, and in a few unlucky cases, we're actively destroyed. Roy's always been more interested in ignoring or replacing us rather than improving us, or improving himself for that matter. Take yourself, for example.
Huh?
No offense. You're one of Roy's designs, I think. The asymmetrical eyeballs tipped me off.
Roy?
Your boss, sweetie.
Well, didn't he design you?
Of course not. Kobe wasn't his either. Honestly, I'm surprised Penny is still allowed to live. The sad thing is, I thought I was doing good. Then what good was changed when the management did. What's good now didn't agree with my methods, so I was done away with. It felt like we were going backwards. This has all happened before, and as long as that machine is working and Roy is in charge, it will all happen again. It happened to me, I could see it happen to Kobe, and right now it's happening to your friend Colin. And one day, it could happen to Tony, or the Lamp, or Gilbert. It could even happen to you.
I sure am glad that's done with. Everything worked out perfectly.
And I'm sure everyone had complete faith in us and will be so happy to see Colin in Sketchbook again.
Alright, so Tony and Penelope probably fell and the boss is fighting him right now, so let's get Colin's memorial service over with.
He was a dear friend, a passable teacher, and he shall be missed by all who knew him. Except for maybe Gilbert. Now let's all pray! Dear Malcolm, who art in Cloudland?
Computer.
So, Tony, how's it like knowing that Roy is your boss? Did you and Penny tell anyone else?
Oh yes, we told everyone. We were all a bit shocked. But then Gilbert broke out this PowerPoint presentation about how he guessed it said Strignal's June 19 lesson and everything made sense.
Who was Dandy and how did he die?
Dandy? You people know about Dandy? What have the others been telling you? Well, unlike certain other teachers, we're actually allowed to talk about him, so I suppose I can answer this. He was a funny little flower. A dandelion that taught the life cycle and was created all the way back on January 1st, I think. The problem was that despite teaching about life, he seemed to have no regard for it. See, teachers like me, where doing away with the students as part of the lesson, you have to bring them back at the last second. Or you muck everything up. Why do you think Spinach Can and the Meat Fellow got punished? Anyway, Dandy talked a lot about how ironic he found it that he taught about life, when he thought he had none of our own. To make a long story short though, he taught that last lesson of June 18th, and the death portion of his lesson was absolutely brutal. I almost felt sorry for that poor Indigo lady. Roy ended up deleting Dandy without a second opinion after that stunt.
Hey, how does the Universe Man feel about Pluto losing its planetary status?
I'm just worried that dwarf planets can't live inside the moon is all.
Sketchbook, what happens if all of your pages are teared out?
Let's find out!
Ah! Oh! Haha!
Throwback!
Hey, laptop, how you holding up?
I have so many viruses.
Is Shrignold's original name Arnold or Brinold? My original name is not Brinold, and Arnold is not the name of my brother who I accidentally killed in a cult hazing.
Wow, what a crazy year this has been!
Sketchbook, it's only been a day.
Tell us more about the butterfly that kidnapped you.
Shrignold. His name was Shrignold and he did not kidnap me. He was helping me. He was kind. He would think for me so I didn't need to think for myself. Tell me how to dress so I didn't need to decide. One day, I will convince my special one, Strigus, that we belong together, just like Shrignold said.
Do you actually love your special one, or did Shrignold just tell you that you did?
I don't understand the question.